So everyone, welcome to Advance Your Business Now. Not yesterday, not next year, now. Business is business. It's about having fun, but it's also about being serious. So we're going today have a look at two different business plans. We're going to look at Elizabeth's plans, and we're going to look at Elmer's plans. Now, which is better? I'm not worried about which is better. I don't know which is better until I see money, until I see results, until I see that you've accomplished what you want to accomplish. That's when I know which is better. Unfortunately, someone will get there first and someone will get there in second place and so on. So it's not necessarily a race, but it is a competition. It is a competition. I won't deny it. There is competition in business, all right? Someone sees you're in business, they want in on it. Someone sees that you're making money, they want in on it. I know because it's happened to me many times, where people see that I'm succeeding and they want to jump in and take over whatever it is that I'm doing. I don't know if that's happened to you. It's happened to me. And that's why I want to go over the business plans, because this is the foundation for everything. So let me just see if I can open here Elmer's business plan before we continue. Let's see, share WhatsApp. Okay, can you see that? I'm sharing that screen.
Coming on, definitely.
Is this page 1 or is this page 2? Executive summary, okay. So Elmer, can you read that first sentence or two in the executive summary?
ProPrevent is an alternative avenue for individuals looking to manage weight, blood pressure, and diabetes type 2.
Okay, so that's concise and to the point. Yes. Now, an executive summary, what is the focus of an executive summary?
So based on what I understand an executive summary is, it would be what your business is going to be about.
Okay, so an executive summary is about what you're going to execute, what you're going to do, right? Compared to the company description, because people get it wrong sometimes. They think that the executive company is the company description. That's why I'm clearing this. So ProPrevent is an alternative avenue for individuals looking to manage weight, blood pressure, and diabetes type 2. So there's another way that I'd like you to approach this as well, and I'd like you to consider it. You have put a statement there, which is what everybody does. But what happens if we do this like this? I'm not going to change it. I'm going to do it in a different way, okay? All right. Are you looking to manage weight, blood pressure, or diabetes type 2? That's a question mark. ProPrevent is the alternative avenue for individuals looking for this.
Okay.
How does that sound?
It's amazing. That's way better.
Liz?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay.
My wife in the room across.
I'm trying to give you ideas, so they might be perfect, or they might lead you to perfection. However, I want to be clear. If you have something written down, it's more powerful than nothing written down.
Right.
Okay? Because bringing your dreams to reality is writing them on paper first. Okay? Company description. Go ahead, Elmer.
The company description says here, ProPrevent is a alternative for change for the good of your body, soul, and bring awareness to oneself. Okay.
So ProPrevent is a change for the good of your body, soul, and bring awareness of oneself. Okay. So again, I want to look at this in reference to a question, so that when people are looking at it, it brings bells and whistles in their brain. Is that okay with you?
It's fine. Let's do it.
So, are you interested in bringing awareness to yourself, to the good of your body and being? There's a question mark.
Right.
You might have it better. Prevent is your change. Now, there are better ways to improve on what I just said, but what I'm trying to do is so that whoever reads this statement, you're selling to them immediately.
Correct.
Okay? Now, the statement, all I'm doing is reversing what you're saying.
Right.
Okay? So it's not difficult. It's not rocket science, right? It's just you want to sell all the time. Okay? That's the purpose of a company. It's selling. All right? So next thing, market analysis.
Market analysis. Market analysis is the global weight management market size in the U.S. is 214.7 billion in 2016. The diabetes market for type 2 by 2025 will set 58.7 billion. The cardiovascular market in 2018 was 47.29 billion, expected to reach 63.96 billion by 2026.
So this is more statistical,
Right.
right? And in reference to statistical, I would say that you can add a little bit more to this so that you are, hold on one second, let me just put this password here because I have other people asking me that they can't get in, so I'm glad that they're coming in. So what you've given here is statistical numbers. So global weight management market is size was 214.9 billion in 2016. So global weight management market. So meaning, I presume you're trying to say is the number of overweight people in the world is 214.7 billion in 2016, right?
Right. Worth. Yeah.
So I want to change that a little bit. Did you know that 2 out of every 3 people in the world, for example, are overweight? Which one would sound nicer for people when they're looking at these numbers? Maybe you have it, maybe I have it. I don't know. What I'm trying to address here is, again, the same thing. Let's bring these into questions. Let's bring them into creating impact. You know, for example, if I say, Liz, in that photo, you have a nice dress. Where'd you get it? Or I could say, Liz, where'd you get it? It's a nice dress. Which one sounds more impactful?
First one for me.
The first one, right? Okay. Although I didn't say the question in the beginning, it's verbal, and it's much easier to comprehend when it's verbal. But when it's a question in the beginning and it's written, it's easier to understand the question because that's the first thing you're seeing.
Right.
All right. But if you want to operate like Apple operates, if you want to sell like they sell, then you've got to keep reversing how we've been reversing it. So instead of just putting statements out there, you know, ask the question.
Right.
Raise the awareness, and it will improve the impact of whoever's reading this. And I'm going to get to that point. Next part of the market analysis. So I'm just going to do another piece. Diabetes market for type 2 by 2025 will be 58.7 billion. So did you know that diabetes type 2 is on the rise, and it will double by 2025? I don't know if that's the truth, but what are you doing right now to be certain that you and your family don't get diabetes?
You're doing it.
I am? Or are you talking to somebody else?
No. I'm just trying to repeat what you said so that I could write it down.
Okay, okay. So let me know when you're done. So what we're trying to accomplish on these business statements is, for those of you that have joined us, is that, number one,
That sounds amazing.
having something written down is better than having nothing written down. Number two, once you have something written down, this is a business, right? So if you're stuck with what you wrote 2 years ago, 5 years ago, then what's going on? This is not a business, right? A business is meant to be worked on constantly. I look at my business plan monthly, all right? And not only that, I have a goal that I'm going to be upgrading in the next few days. Why? Because things change. They become clearer. Or maybe I've changed a little bit of what I want to do. So this is where I want to make certain that you're headed as well, right? So market analysis. Cardiovascular market in 2018 was 47.29 billion.
It's expected to reach.
It is expected to reach 63.96 by 2026. So, did you know that the cardiovascular, let's see, the illness of the cardiovascular illness will grow an extra 30% in the next 8 years or 6 years? And then in reference to market analysis, whoops, let's make sure we mute Martha. There we go, Martha. You got 2 phones, so you gotta remember that. So when you have a market analysis, there's one more line missing in there, okay? Who is out there to serve the amazing crisis that's out there? So you need to add one more line in there, Elmer.
Okay.
You know, ProPreven is an up-and-coming or provider of solutions for these ailments that are out there, for example. Now, the competitive analysis. What is the difference between the market analysis and the competitive analysis?
Can you repeat that question?
What is the difference between the market analysis and the competitive analysis?
So that's when I believe that competitive analysis is when you're able to take a look at everyone else that is in the current market right now that are doing what you're doing and see how you can become better.
So what you just said is good, and there's nothing wrong with it. So market analysis is really numbers, a numbers game. However, when you deal with, for example, like how you just put it there, which I wrote it there as similar to that when I did it the first time, but then now you've got to make it a little bit more personal to people. So you got to bring it to their hearts. That's the market analysis, not just the statistics part of it, but you want to bring it to their heart. Now, the competitive analysis is this, okay? Put it in reference to words. How am I better than X, who is my competitor? How am I better? How do I have an advantage over X, all right? Your competitive analysis might be, I mainly work with 20-year-olds. I mainly work with 30-year-olds. Or maybe I only work with females. Maybe I only work with males. Yeah. There has to be some sort of competitive analysis. It's not to say that you're going to shut down the world and not work with anybody else, but when you get specific, people feel like they belong to a place and they're not just part of the herd. Now, I take Apple as the example. Is why is it that people purchase there? It's not because of their statement, it's because of their why they do what they do. So that's what I want to bring into every part of your business plan, is not just offer to say that your competitive analysis is a big problem, have no clue at the moment. So this means you didn't know what to write there, right, Summer?
That's right. I didn't know what to put in there.
So who did you ask?
I spoke with Chris, and then I spoke with I spoke to one of my buddies.
Okay. So, but you never changed it.
No, because I just couldn't put it together on my own.
So, your competitive analysis right now. Now, this is how you do that. You started out in one sector. Let's say Florida, right? You live in Florida, but you want to cater to certain types of individuals. You're not going to cater to the world yet.
Correct.
All right. You've got to start out with a small market area. So, for example, let's say seniors in Florida, for example. Seniors in Florida, that's your market analysis. But get even smaller than that. Northern part of Florida, seniors. Get even smaller than that, all right? Northwest part of Florida, seniors. So you want to get your edge so that you're able to control the market that you're in. Because if you're not able to control the market you're in, how are you going to have a competitive analysis? Competitive analysis means that this is the people that I cater to, and this is the group that I have constant communication with, that I will be able to address as I start my business.
Yep, got it.
All right. So, for example, I just wrote 2 books, and some of you know that. I just wrote 2 books. I don't know if you saw the title as I put it in a picture, right? Did you see that?
Yes, I did.
I wrote. Hold on, let me see if I can show you on WhatsApp. Let me see if I can get out of here. Let's see, whoops, I just closed my WhatsApp. That was great. Sorry about that. But I wanted to show you something very important, because most of us, including me, think that we're going to have access to anything and everything just in one shot. And there's no perfect avenue for selling, for being a business, all right? Especially during these uncertain times where we're going to be enclosed for quite a while. I don't think this is going away, in the next 2 months, in the next few weeks. However, we've got to use it to our advantages, right? I don't like going to seminars over video, but if I cannot make it to California, I'll do it over video. If I can't make it to, to wherever else, I'll do it over video. But let's see, can you see the screen as I'm on here, or not yet? You can, okay. Here we go. So I just want to show you one very quick. Here, okay. See the name of this book, although we changed it. Whoops. Very good.
It started out as Value Secrets, right?
It started out as Value Secrets, okay, but now it's the Mindset Secrets to Success, right? But look at below that,
right?
All right. It's a guide for those ages 25 through 45 who need to get their lives together to succeed. All right?
Very specific. Okay, I see that.
All right. Now, I could make that into a question which would be more impactful. However, I'm catering to a specific group, 25 to 45. Maybe it's too big, maybe it's too small. I don't know. However, everyone caters to everyone else. When people feel now in this market that they belong to something exclusive, they join. So for example, the under 30 crowd. For example, millionaire before 30. Doesn't that sound great? I'm certain that your kids would love that. Any of you on this call, right? So you've got to have a competitive edge in regards to whatever it is that you want to accomplish that will cater to a smaller group, and then as you grow, look, when Starbucks started, does anyone know where they started? Here, all these Starbucks drinkers. Fern on there, or she left?
No, I don't know.
Yeah. Starbucks started in Oakland, Washington. Is that Oregon, right? In the state of Oakland. What is it?
Oakland?
Oregon. I think it was Oregon or Washington. Up in that area, sorry. I mean, we could look it up quickly. Now, that was their test group, right? That was their test group. And then they started to expand, right? And they started to expand. So that's what you got to have. Don't expect to just encompass everything. Look at Amazon when they started. What was their test group? People who were looking for books.
Yeah, started with just books.
All right. So don't think that you're inventing the wheel by starting out smaller, but that's your test group. So you don't have to spend millions and millions of dollars on marketing and then all of a sudden it didn't work. Right? Have a test group. Okay? If this is a business, we're going to make sure it's a business. And let's just get through this because I want to get through Liz's as well very quickly. So description of management and organization, finding individual that would understand vision provided competition. Can you read that? Yeah.
Benefit.
Say it again.
It says vision, provide competitive pay and benefit, build corporate team.
Start again. Finding.
So finding individuals that would understand the vision, provide competitive pay and benefit to build a corporate team.
Okay, so this statement is not adequate for this. So we've got to do this one over again. All right? So description of management. For example, management, immediately, it's going to be yourself. And you will hire 1, 2 people maybe eventually or within a certain timeline to ship, distribute, answer calls, concerns, emails, questions, and so on. Or am I wrong?
You're right.
Okay. So that's what the management and organization has to do with. So it's more of the strategies that you will utilize to build your partners or associates and so on, or your sales force. Okay.
Right.
Now, next one, breakdown of product and services. So go ahead, can you quickly read that one?
So for the breakdown of services, it says to provide a 90-day program, provide a supplement list, and get a virtual and face-to-face team to provide assistance.
Okay, so breakdown of product and services. So
I have a 90-day program.
You have something here. Okay, so for example, you've got to go into the categories that you started in the beginning. Diabetes products,
Right.
overweight products, and what was the third one?
It was so diabetes, cardiovascular, and weight.
Cardiovascular and weight. So those 3 programs. So what are the products and what are the services? However, I would do it the other way around. What are the services and here are the products? But the services in the sense of, diabetes, a deficiency in regulating sugar in the body. Here's the products that we have. Why? Because X, Y, and Z.
Right.
So that's the breakdown. So it's 3 parts to that.
Okay.
All right. So you have the product, and then the service you're offering, and the why. Wait, is that right? Product, service. So it's 4 parts to that. So addressing your executive summary, you're dealing with overweight issues. Then the service that you offer is a program to reverse that problem with this product, why, and so on. So it's gonna, these have to be broken down even much more specific so that people can understand them. I'm gonna tell you, so we got a marketing plan, which that also needs to be revamped, mine as well, and we're gonna work on these this week. Another week on this sales strategy. What's the sales strategy? And that a lot of us can use some assistance with. And I would even include in there sales and marketing, because that's one of the things that a lot of these businesses lack. So you have the financial projection, and we can talk about that as well. Liz, did you send me yours?
No, I'm sorry. I'm having trouble doing it.
Okay, so, I mean, but are you getting from here, or you want to read me one or two of yours so I can try and...
Yeah, I can. Do you want me to start from the beginning?
Yep, go ahead.
All right. So divine direction is a place where we're able to take off. Sorry, I'm reading this wrong. Divine direction is a place where that gives you an extra set of hands to complete your to-do list. Let me relieve the pressure and assist with your agenda so you can get back to living your life.
Okay, so that is a very good statement as well. Now, as we started out with the executive summary, is there a way that you can think of that we can do this in the reverse format, in a reverse and questionable format?
Yeah, so I wrote part of it down. I said, want to get a handle on your to-do list.
Yes.
And also feeling accomplished to checking things off.
Yes.
Call divine direction to relieve the pressure.
That, I love that. Liz, can you say that again?
Yes. Hold on, to relieve.
Send us your chicken scratch. Come on, send it to us.
Right?
Send it to us, because that was really good, Liz.
Okay, because that's not what's on there, and I'm updating as you guys are talking.
It doesn't. Liz,
I was like, okay.
That is very powerful and motivating what you said there. Maybe you didn't hear it, but I heard it. I felt it in my heart. I felt it in my brain. You sold to me right there.
Okay.
So, take that as power.
Okay. So just to repeat it, want to get a handle on your to-do list, feeling accomplished to check things off, call divine direction to relieve the pressure.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. So company description.
Divine direction prioritizes your day and lets you get on track. We're here to take care of the tedious work that must get done in order for your ship to sail smoothly. Let's work together so we can get back the time for your life.
Beautiful. So again, let's do this in reverse. And this one's okay. a little more so, are you independent, for example, or are you alone?
Yeah.
Want to have a team by your side, or something similar to that, because that's what you're trying to accomplish here, is to be able to get people who are interested in expanding their services with an expert like yourself. So I'm not even going to touch that. Why? Because I love the way you put the first one through, and I'd love to see your own thoughts before I jump into that one as well. But I'd start with the last line again, because it sounded coherent enough that the last line will go first, and then the second line will go, the second to last will go second, and so on. So everything in reverse.
Okay, so let's work together so you can get back time for your life.
That would be, let's see. So what was the last line in there?
Let's work together so you can get back time for your life.
So, are you tired of not having time in your life?
Yeah.
All right. So I'll leave the rest up to you, because I like the way you did the first one. So I'd like to hear your own description first. but I'll give you more idea.
Okay.
You need another suggestion there?
I, I think, so is it best to just kind of ask the question and like peer their, I guess, peer their thoughts to you?
Correct. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
That's right. When you ask the question in a way that juggles the heart with the brain and at the same time, it's like, oh, she's got me. So it's like you're trying to romance that guy. I'm not saying you're looking for a guy, but that's what businesses do, is trying to romance someone into believing in that relationship, into trusting in that relationship, into communicating in that relationship.
Okay.
So
That
trust,
makes sense.
communication, and a love for the product to a certain extent. That's what Apple has built. Why can't we?
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
so market analysis, what is it? Let me know if it's
Yeah,
different than because I'm just going through Elmer's topic. So,
yeah, it's pretty much the same way.
so you have
Um,
statistical.
I only have like one or two things. It wasn't really, I didn't dig too deeply into it, but all I know is because of what's going on as of now. Just given as of April from the Forbes magazine, they're saying that more than 6 million jobs have lost, and that
Yes,
number is still rising.
still rising. Yep, yep, that's correct.
And then also that, we're in a time now where this is, given what's happened with coronavirus, this is the best timing to, get back into your own ownership of, business, or getting into business for yourself, or being able to do everything from home. Let me help with that type of thing. So I didn't necessarily know specifics as to what I was supposed to get into, but I
So
think I know now.
let's work on what you just said because it's powerful. What was the last sentence on there? Working from home,
Just,
right?
yeah, being able to work from home
Yeah.
and do things at your leisure, versus and owning your own business
Hmm.
kind of thing.
So our future looks uncertain right now,
Yeah.
right? Doesn't uh, doesn't let's see, how do we say this? So I'd say this market analysis that you have put here can probably change in the near future, but immediately because of the current COVID-19 situation, our future looks uncertain,
Yeah.
right? Is it hard? What was the second to last line again?
Just what you call it. Given that this is we're in a business economy now, or second to last.
Yep.
I apologize. It's about it's what you call it, because of not having the jobs and being able to do things at our leisure
So
as a business owner.
because of the current market, are you happy with the job you currently have? Are you able to get to your job? Are you producing as much or more than you were producing when you started your job? If the answers to these questions, let's see, wait, not if. Um, are you concerned for the well-being of your family because of the current market analysis?
Yeah.
No. Your answer is here. Your company provides solutions to bringing possibilities in various formats in this current market. So what are they? Bam, bam, bam. So it's sort of
Yeah.
looking back at the executive summary combined with the company description in a strategic way that will sell your company. You know, it's like you and I met, and you say, so Babette, I'm single. I work at, X company, and I've been single for 10 years, and I'm looking around. How about you? That's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get to that point where you are selling because of whatever current market condition you're in. Meaning, I've been single for 10 years, meaning I've been working for that amount of time, but I'm currently looking to get into a relationship.
Got it.
So you want to be able to create an atmosphere where there is a situation, right, that the current market has brought us to, where there's uncertainty. And I've been around before and during that uncertainty. And guess what? Don't you want to know how to get out of it and be better off?
Got it.
So, that's how you've got to answer these. Now, number 4, competitive analysis. Any idea?
So I was able to dedicate hours specific to their needs, which can also be negotiated. Making connections to a network of professionals for future projects, and also having the coaching available and skills services outside of the network.
Okay, so everything you just said, we just got to cater it to an even more specific group.
Okay.
So, for example, women under 40 looking for the next big opportunity.
Got it.
Are you a woman under 40 looking for the next big opportunity? Well, guess what? We are here and we offer you an advantage in that we're assisting women under 40 getting ahead in this current market, with this competitive age, for something like that. So that when people see your business statement, it is not just saying me, right?
Yeah.
Because when I did mine, it said me.
Yeah.
Elmer's said me. Yours wasn't too far off. We've got to change that. How can I help you? In every one of these questions, every one of these different steps of the business plan is, how can I help you? That's the question you've got to bring into mind first. How can I help you? It's not about me.
To each one. Got it.
Yes. So you've got to reword these so it's not just about you. It's about what you can do for others. All right. Let's see what's the last page on here. Whoops.
Description of management and organization. Well, no, but that's us.
Description of. Yep, that's where we're up to.
Description of management and organization.
Go ahead.
That's me, CEO Elizabeth Fateau. And I don't have anybody else right now.
Okay, so you've got to look at imagine yourself 10 years from now.
Yeah.
In that space right now. What do you see?
I see a collective group of people, about no more than 20. That way we can really specifically, keep the task within that group.
Okay, hold on.
And be focused.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Is it a crazy idea to take out no more from your vocabulary?
Yeah.
Don't limit yourself.
Gotcha.
All right? Don't limit yourself.
No limits.
No limits. Okay? Because if $1 billion is coming your way, what are you going to say? No more? I'll take it. I'll take it.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
that's right.
Liz, let's do this. I'd like you to see yourself 10 years from now. And this, see, that's why we look at more than one, because although I
Hmm.
helped Elmer in certain circumstances, I know together, collaboratively, we're helping each other out. So look at yourself 10 years from now. All right. Do you see yourself with 100, 300 employees or salespersons or service persons or and so on?
Yeah.
3 or 4 restaurants or 3 or 4 business chains or whatever it may be. You've got to see it now, like as if it's happening now, 10 years from now, now. All right?
Yeah.
That's how you bring this into reality. Okay? So you can describe it as you're the boss and you have 2 employees, right?
Yeah.
But then you've got to be able to call that 10 years down the line into reality and say, you know, this is my vision of this business. We're looking to have minimum of 200 employees or salesperson or chain stores within the next, what is it? Not within the next. Our management
Yeah.
and organization will require us to have sufficient employees for 200 locations that we are currently addressing in providing services to. However, immediately, it is just me and potentially 2 other employees to do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Now, before you do all of that, you've got to answer one question. How is this management going to help you, an organization? You've got to answer that question. How
Got
can
it.
I help you? So if I look back at Elmer's right now, just to make it easier, finding an individual that would understand the vision, provided competition and benefit, build corporate team. So we are interested in building a corporate team.
Yeah.
For example, I'm just taking Elmer's. We as a management company are looking to provide solutions within our organization for the following things. One, selling X product, where we will have 30 employees addressing customer service, where we will have 10 employees addressing shipping, where we will have whatever else you want to have.
Yeah.
A team to create more products. Okay, you might not have it all yet, okay, but you've got to get all of the steps in there little by little. So that's
Got
why
it.
I need to see the business plan so that when I have it, then we can expand it together.
Okay.
All right? What is the purpose of a business plan? Okay, there are many purposes. There's no one right or wrong answer. That I want to be clear with. All right? Why did
Okay.
you write the business plan? And don't tell me because Chris told me or because David told me. That's not a good answer. That's not a good answer. All right? If you're there, then you got to ask yourself, are you really serious about having a business?
Yeah. I mean, my big purpose beyond it all is really for me to not be working under the corporate world for someone else, but for myself.
So
Um,
you're right. That's right. What you just said there is right. And go ahead, keep going.
it's also so that I have more time for my child, given he's my first. I want to be there as much as possible. And
Perfect.
then,
Perfect.
and
Keep going.
then honestly, to live comfortably in whatever capacity that means for me, not for someone else's.
Correct. So some of us are going to be workhorses, working 80, 100 hours a week. Some of us are going to work 20 hours a week, 5 hours a week. Where do
Hmm.
you lie? It doesn't matter. There's no right or wrong answer. We're all different. Some of us will work more because that's in our blood, that's our passion. Is it your obsession? Right? That's another key word. Is it your obsession? What do I mean between the difference of passion and obsession? Passion is something you go to 9 to 5 to work, and you work with kids, and you love working with kids, but is that really your obsession?
Yeah.
Is it? Meaning, are you fired up? Are you excited to wake up in the morning? Are you excited throughout the day? Or are you just there to fulfill a position, to get paid a somewhat hourly wage? And that's fine, getting an hourly wage. I've been there. I know what it is. So, but I ran away from it. People thought I was crazy. To this day, people thought I was crazy. And sure enough, Bears turned bankrupt within 2 years of me dropping out. That was good for them. So no, I don't mean it in a terrible way, but they wanted to hire me at any cost. They were willing to pay me as much as I wanted. I didn't want it. I was in love. So love with life. I was in love with life.
That's right.
Martha, stop making fun of me. Where's Martha? So look, this marketing plan is not just about writing it and setting it aside. It's something that we have to look at least once a month. So I want to get to the point where we have this advance your business now once a month. But the first few weeks are the most critical, because if you don't get this business plan written down, then I can't coach you on the next steps. So we have, what, how many more? 3 more things. You do want to go through these, Elizabeth?
Sure. The marketing plan.
Breakdown of product and services.
We offer an arrangement of products.
Go ahead.
As far as like data entry, scheduling, confirming appointments, travel accommodations, and also like keeping up with or confirming appointments and calendar efficiency.
So if you are looking to minimize costs on hiring an assistant, wait till we tell you what we can offer you.
So I really have to write it that way?
You don't have to write it. I'm trying to give you ideas. I'm trying to give you ideas.
Okay.
So if you don't like what I'm saying, find something that is more accustomed to your taste, and then let's work with that.
Okay.
All right. But you've got to, I like what you just said, but now you've got to think about how can I help you question before all of that.
Okay. So now I know how to, because everything else is pretty much just like tick marks. But now I know like how to approach it, because I didn't know before, and I just need to now make it into like a helping you statement.
Yes, correct.
Got it.
Correct,
Okay.
correct. Marketing plan.
It's pretty like my tick marks are word of mouth referrals, support groups, LinkedIn, social media advancement, and also going live on social media.
Good. So let's just be clear on this. On everything you just mentioned, how many times did you do it this past week?
Haven't done it too much. I've been more so like cold calling.
Okay, that's fine. So by October 1st, do at least one of those. I'm holding you accountable for you. 1. All right, start out with 1. Once you do 1, the second one will be easier. Okay?
Right.
Right? Because if this is a business, then let's mean business. All right? Right now, it sounds like more social than business if you're not keeping up with it. I haven't been keeping up with everything on my end because I'm focusing on my one thing, but we'll go over that in a moment. Your sales strategy.
I haven't necessarily. Oh well, I do have that. This 3 to 6 months, have 2 to 5 clients, ranging from a 10 to 40-hour work week.
Okay.
Right. And then get anywhere from a $25 to $40 an hour sales strategy.
Okay. For each of these people.
Yeah.
Okay. So now that we've looked at the business plan, the most important part of the business plan is what do you do, what do you offer, and how are you going to market yourself to get people.
Mm-hmm.
So marketing and sales are two of the most overlooked items in the business plan. Now, what do these mean? For everyone, it's a little bit different. You know, if you're setting up a restaurant, it's completely different. Usually, yes, you can get a website, you can, you know, go on Yelp and wherever else, you know, food is seamless or whatever they are. However, you're catering a specific type of food to a specific type of person that will eventually find your resources. Now, in whatever it is that you're marketing, you've got to be out there looking for potential investors or consumers, depending on what it is that you have, or people looking to resource, because you have a resource, Elizabeth. These are resources. We provide solutions and resourcefulness. All right. So I like what you're saying here. And we've just got to make sure that whenever you present this business plan, it sells on its own. It gets people to the bottom line and it says, I want to hire you.
Okay.
Okay. So if you don't have a business plan like that, then you're not going to get too far. I'm not going to get too far. Not yet. Very good. Thank you. That's right. That's one of my favorite words, yet. All right. So I want to address some of the calls, unless you have any other questions before we go through this.
I actually have in that area as well. Like I do pro bono work, barter work, and also services for testimonies.
Okay.
Or testimonials, I should say.
Yep.
So I think that's all part of the sales strategy. And then I don't know what I guess financial projections was just something like, I have no idea. I don't even know at this moment.
So
But
there's no perfect financial projection.
Okay.
But I would, if it were my business, I would put, let's see, I would put, do you want the truth if it were my business?
Yeah, I want the truth.
Okay. So I would put times 20 on that 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
And I would put times 20 on the 6 month as well.
And what do you mean by that? Like,
I'm shooting for the moon.
Got it.
Don't limit yourself to low numbers, or unless that's your intention to stay where everybody else is at.
Right? I honestly was shooting for 25. I was like, no, I don't think I should go any lower than 25.
So, so you're both in the $100 million run. What did I post this morning? Did either of you catch Elmer or Elizabeth?
What you call it? The cars that you were talking about?
Correct. Why? Why did I do that? I'm trying to teach you something here. Very important.
You mentioned something about keeping your dreams close.
Okay. I'm shooting for the moon.
Within the year.
I'm shooting for the moon.
Shooting for the moon.
All right. You've got to shoot for the moon. All right.
Got it.
Okay. You've got to hold yourself accountable. You've got to bring into fruition whatever's in your brain. All right. If what happens if you go from 0 to 5 million in a year? Would you be upset? Would you give it back?
No.
Okay. Tony Robbins went from 38,000 to 1 million in 1 year. I'm not saying you're Tony Robbins. I'm not saying you want to be Tony Robbins. But what I'm saying is aim higher.
Aim higher. Yeah.
Okay, I don't want you to, to spill the beans with everybody else who's not in this group. Keep these numbers to yourself, and you can just spread some love in the group. 100 million. Use it to your favor.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Post what you want people to know about you. All right. Come next
Okay.
year, I'm getting my Lamborghini. I don't know how yet, but it's coming. It's coming. I mean, I have an idea because money's starting to roll in quickly for me. So don't limit yourself. Right?
Okay.
And I'll just keep it between us. Although this is a recording and people are going to probably listen to it, but most people probably won't listen to it. I've made close to $50,000 this past month, September, and it's not even over yet.
Yeah.
Don't limit yourself. Do not limit yourself. All right? 50K in 6 months.
Okay.
All right? You don't
It can be
reach
done.
You will surpass it when you master the steps below it.
Yeah.
All
That's
right?
true.
So we know you can do $2,000 a week, but can you do $50,000 a week?
Right.
All right?
That's true.
Do you know what your hourly rate would be?
I mentioned before, like anywhere from $25 to $40 hourly.
So when we talk about hourly, true hourly means that you get $20 an hour even when you're not working.
Yeah.
So 24 hours times 20 is 480 bucks. All right. I just saw one of these guys on YouTube yesterday. They do the primitive pools. You've probably heard of it, maybe. Primitive pools, like swimming pool
Yeah.
in Australia. Well, one guy has, I think it was 350,000 people look at his YouTube page on a daily basis, and he makes $1,750 every day. Not bad, right?
Yeah. That's great.
Okay. This person started their primitive channel about 8 months ago. Guess how he got there so fast? He was an expert in marketing. If you don't know how to market yourself, you're not going to get too far.
Yeah.
That's the reality. We need three things. Number one, an expertise. You have an expertise, right?
Correct.
Number two, how to sell that expertise.
Getting there.
And number three, how to get individuals to come to you. All right? Selling and marketing are very closely related, but we lack them. In general, just in general, in the general population, we lack them. So, I'm giving you tools here, and I want to give you a few more tools that are very important. Do you have a company set up, a business certificate or a corporation or an LLC?
Not yet.
Okay, so this is what I want to recommend. If you're serious about having a company, because I was asked this last week by a few people, some people I've talked to for a year or two and they still don't have a company and they still have the same story. What do? Call the IRS Monday. Internal Revenue Service. You need their number? I can give it to you
I'm
here.
sorry, what'd you say?
IRS, Internal Revenue Service. All right? They'll be glad to take your call. That's number one.
What was the number?
I'm going to give it to you right now. I'm looking for it here.
Okay.
Yes. I think I have it. Internal Revenue Service. Let's see. Oops, I'm going to have to look at it on the internet. Give me a second here. So give me a second. Internal Revenue Service. 1-800-829-1040. 1-800-829-1040. Got it?
Got it.
Okay. Why am I giving you this number? You should call in. And if you're serious about creating a business, whoops, trying to get this back up. What did I do here? So if you're serious about creating a business, what is your next step? 1, look at your business plan and get serious about it. 2, call the IRS and give them your social security number and tell them that you want to create a business with your tax ID number that's associated, that they have associated for you. They're going to ask you, what's the company name? So for example, Elizabeth's Strategic Resources, for example.
Mm-hmm.
What's the address? You can use the same address if you want. And then they'll give you a tax ID right then and there. Step 2, you're going to go onto the New York State. Let me see. Hold on. Give me a second for my screen to. There we go. Whoops. Oh, I did it again. Sorry. I'm trying to type in the website here so you know what this is. This is how important this is. So New York State Gov, I think is what it is. Or is it ny.state.gov? That's what it is. Whoops. What am I doing? Let's see. NY State. It'll come up right now. NY Gov. So you're going to go in here, ny.gov, right? You both live in New York, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no. Elmer doesn't live in New York. Huh? So you're going to do the same thing for your state, Elmer. I don't know. Let me see.
I've done that multiple prior businesses.
You know what I'm talking about? So you're going to go in here, and then you're going to click on services for the New York one. And then it says business. So it says business right here. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to click on business. Okay, this is very easy. I think all it costs is $100 if it hasn't changed. New York Business Express. All right. Click here. Well, but wait, before I click on that, New York Business Express, apply for MWBE certification. I don't know what that is. Minority women-owned business enterprises. Liz, does that sound like something you'd like to find out more about?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to dig into that
See what it says here? Start a limited liability. So I don't know what this costs. I don't know if this is expensive or anything, but why not find out? At least you know. However, this is what I have right here, New York Business Express. Now, I just have a regular company, and I've had it for 20 plus years. 20 plus years, all right? Before that, I had a subchapter S company, and I never got it off the ground. See what it says there in Business Express? Start your business, run your business, create opportunity, all right? I don't need you to go through the whole website because we're going to do that
together
probably next week, but I'd like you to get your tax ID and file for a company business certificate. Create a custom checklist, find applicable support and incentives, how to start a business in New York, right? How to start, right? Start your business again. I think this will go back, but let me just go here. Decide your business name, right? You name your reservation right here. Use a legal structure. Just keep it very simple. If you have employees, you also must report information about each employee, but you don't, let me see, hold on, let me just close this so I can see better. about each employee. By obtaining a federal employee identification number from the IRS, you'll need your EIN to identify your business to the IRS in New York State. Understand state licensing and permitting. So it depends on what type of business you want. I just have a services business, David Diaz Services. That's what it's called. But I can do anything and everything I want out of it, right? Your business must register with the tax department before conducting business in New York State. What did I say? You need to call the IRS and get a tax ID number, right?
Got it.
They're going to fax you back a certificate if you want it right away. So have a fax number ready. Got it?
Mm-hmm. All right.
If you need a fax, you can go into, Play Store or what is it called? The other one, the App Store, and you can download a fax program. It might give you like 10 pages free, and you can it'll give you a number, and people can fax right to your phone.
Awesome.
Right? That's unbelievable, right? But it's there. All right. So you also have the option of other New York State taxes, New York City taxes, buying a business, right? Insurance. Some companies need insurance. Like I sell insurance. I strategically tell people it's not about dying. It's about investing. And when I talk to them about insurance, it's like, whoa, this is possible? So they're like shocked. Hold on one second. I've got to take this call because hello? Hello? Let's see. Sorry. I should have known it was a spam. Right? That's all we get these days. So find assistance. Start your business. If you need more help, for Liz, you live in New York, you can go to 60 Center Street in the basement. That's where I filed a certificate. I don't know if they're seeing people in person there, but you should start off with this website. If you're serious about your business, then you've got to get serious about dedicating time to it. I'm serious about 3 things that I want to do in life, right? One is investing. I want to become a master trading expert, that where I look at the stock market and I know which way it's going to go, and that I can be able to teach you that if you want to in on it. That's 1. 2, I want to be best-selling author and video education programs. 3, I want to travel the world in my private jet to give talks, which I am hired for, and to assist children who have these ailments that doctors say that there are no cures for, and that there's no possibility that you're out of luck. So I want to be able to provide that. So whatever your goals are, you've got to put them out there. Don't just keep them hidden. Maybe you keep them hidden from your friends, your crazy friends like I do. But I've started to put some of my goals out there even to my crazy friends. So what? They're crazy. They won't understand. Thought I'd make you laugh there, but that's the truth. Oh, I'm looking to move to California, to Pennsylvania, California, no, people are moving out of California. You've got to put this out there. Now, we started this class an hour and 15 minutes ago. I think it's good enough time that we can end this class because there's a lot more to go into this business. So 2 things. Set up your business certificate by calling the IRS, and then try and call the State Department of Business. So New York Business Express, it might be Florida Express, I don't know. So do those, and then look at your business plan. I'm going to look at mine, and I'm going to show you my before and after this week. Dedicate, 20 minutes a day, an hour a day, I don't know. The more you dedicate time to this, the better it will come about. It's not going to come overnight. A business is not overnight, and it means that you have to work for it. You have to work your ass and sweat and tears and and feel like it's not going to work. I failed at business before, so why shouldn't you have some training from someone who's already gone through it and knows what to avoid and what to do to make it succeed?
Agreed.
All right. So I know that there are many more questions. I know that. But if we keep answering everyone's questions, we'll never end this session here. So I'd like to, with everyone's permission, to just reserve their questions, maybe till next week, or send me a message, and we can work with each other. Is that okay? Are we okay
Yep,
with
that's
that?
good.
All right. I hope that you've learned at least one thing, and then I know I've done my job today. And I thank you for dedicating this amount of time. To me, it means the world. It means that you are receiving some type of valuable information to get you ahead. All right? Next
Yes.
week, we're going to talk about something very important, how to get money.
Awesome.
I got almost 100K this summer. Don't you want to get like that, money like that? And on top of that, I've got a year before I start paying it off.
Teach me how.
Exactly. Next week, we'll do that. All right? Everyone, take care until next Saturday. Is that okay, Saturdays for you guys?
Yes, for me.
If not, we can talk through message and see what we can do. All right, everyone, have a great evening, great day, great weekend, and thank you very, very much to each of you. Love and blessings to your family. Take care. God bless.
Bye, everybody.
God bless. Bye.
Bye.